Hello. It is time once more. Let us hunt. I believe when I logged in, it said I could do a elemental damage upgrade, so why not? Yup. I can indeed. Okay, how are we looking here? We do indeed have the Eugene and the Gianni. Well then. Well then. Let's do this, shall we? Hello, Eugene. Morning. You actually need Safi as well? For one of his weapons? Or for, like, actual generic materials? Because if so, that's amazing. That all of us want to do it? That's fantastic. Weapons and Dracolites to upgrade. Fair enough. Finally! It has been a wee bit. Anything to be careful about? What's not on the recon? The entirety of the third area. His star is significantly quicker. If he does his star, immediately go behind a rock. You don't have time to fuck around and do whatever you want like you do in the siege. Or sorry, in the recon. You can kind of just run around and touch all of the rocks once and then, like, actually make something happen, you know? I don't know if we'll get him to the third area or not on our first go through. What you want to do is find a spot where your weapon does good damage and break that part first. It works kind of like Kulve does, where you want to break all the parts in order to get points to be able to get more rewards. So tail, all of the legs, His back, which is relatively easy to do. His wings, which will probably be handled by me and Gianni, weapon layout here wise. His head breaks once or twice. Don't know. And specifically in the final phase, you can break his chest when he's in super critical state. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Amazing. With the fucking... That's really well done. Oh god. That bit doesn't really quite match. Look at the little kitty cat. I love that the little cat dances as well. Amazing. On the fucking rock floor. I've never seen this before in my life. Those ones I have. I see you've figured out how to optimize the emotes. Amazing. Oh, there we go. Silly shit, man. How was the grab? It was good. I had a good time. I decided for memes that I would build, not upgrade, but build every weapon for every character I had unlocked. For like no real reason, I just felt like doing it. And I had most of the materials for it. I needed to grind like a tiny little bit. Didn't have Lucilius. Did a few Bahamutes. Got myself another Terminus weapon. It went well. Have you got yourself to any metaphor-based mistakes today yet, Max? No. Any graphic-based ones? Concerning. What? Your lack of situational awareness skills are starting to show. Oh, really? Don't bother with the head at the moment, Eugene. Get all of the other stuff done first. Because the head's 2 breaks, it takes like a concerted effort from everyone to get it done. I think they tested on your IQ test and autism. You think you scored an 80 on it or something? An 80 based on what? Like an IQ curve? Because that's only like just below average, right? I see they never fixed the shoutouts propping twice in this mission for no reason. You don't want to work after your internship? No one does, face. Maybe you should start a useless study. You can't even concentrate on a study that is useful and you have some vague interest in. That's not gonna work. But can you concentrate very well on it? Then I said you go to school for 2 years, do minimal work, and then scramble the exam. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're a genius? No. Quite the opposite, in fact. What do you recommend then? Putting an effort because you don't wanna. I mean, you'd have to put an effort even if you did that. Hello, unknown, welcome. Nice one. Having a lance for this is so disgusting, man. Ow, flashback. Yeah, Sappy's kind of like that, unfortunately. Was it 2 mounts for a back break? I think it is, but... Oh, seemingly it's 3. You've never thought this thing? There's honestly not a lot of reason to fight it. max potion off on themselves. Nice. You've heard his weapons are best in slot for greatsword, you couldn't care less. Oh. Ain't got a fucking clue. I also do not care less. If I remember, I used his dual swords for fire purely because all of the things for dual blades that are fire are just shit. And the sappy ones, while also kind of shit, at least you can pick how they're shit. He's actually third area-ing. Okay. There's gas bits inside this area, Eugene, which you can shoot. Every time you hit it with 2 of the gas bits, it will stagger. Also, the rocks in this area are always temporary. He should always drop more before he does another star. So you can't run to set spots. You actually have to, like, pay attention every time. Hey. Good shit. Left foreleg is broken, right foreleg is not. Don't know if he's close enough to that, man. He was cool. I'm not in there. I don't think I was in on the other side, and then I panicked. Alright, hello Echo. Hope you're both doing good. Oh, okay. There we go. How did last night's Scrambler go? It went well. What did I even do? That was yesterday, man. I remember yesterday. It went well though. That much I can tell you. We don't need the wings next time? Correct. We don't need the wings, we don't need the tail. I think we need both the back legs, his right leg, right front leg? Yeah, right front leg, both the back legs, his head, his super critical chest break. By farming for my terminus upgrades? Yeah, I think that probably was what I was. Yes, I was. I was getting annoyed. That's what I was doing. Annoyed at what? Your favorite item in the whole game? Yep. If I've calculated and remembered values correctly, from what I worked out this morning, I need 140 of them to do my current Terminus weapon upgrades and also the sigil upgrades that I'm currently doing. Which is a lot. So what I decided to do, because I thought it would be smart, you know, is I went through all of my sigils and was like, okay, the ones I have on 2 of the characters at least are definitely the ones that I want, and they're the ones that I want to stick with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to farm all of the stuff for the sigil upgrades, because the sigil upgrades don't need silver centrums until the fucking final one, where they get fucking free. And what I'll also do is farm up my Terminus weapons and also farm up my Lucilia's sigils. Lucilia's sigils require silver centrum to upgrade. Sigils require silver centrum to upgrade for at least the final level. And there's only so much Terminus I can do before I decide that I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I have 1 Lucy sigil. I have one Gamma, and I think that's probably all I'm gonna get. Is 1 Gamma on everyone. 1 Gamma / damage cap on everyone. I only have 1 on Yodahar at the moment, but eventually I'll get them across the board. Thankfully, with the Conflux thing, I can get 10 silver centrums a time. So if I just do Conflux free 14 times in a row and take the silver centrum rewards, then at least that will be done temporarily. But I'm gonna do all the other stuff first. I'm also throwing in behemoths every now and then, because I need a lot of tyranny pluses still. For Fairy and for Siegfried. ABGG is less important. Oh, is that what people did? On most characters, right? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do 1G. I have 2 normal damage caps, the Gamma damage cap, and then whenever I go to the DLC, a Daybreaker damage cap. As the 4th one. Oh. Maybe I'll get the God Roll War Elemental Plus. That would be nice. I do have one of them already. Which I got from Forging, I think? Forging Sigils? Whatever it's called. Transmuting, that's it. It's a good one as well. I've actually had 3 of them, but the other 2 were shit. So I just got rid of them. You recently got War Elemental / Guts? That's amazing. I think it's Fairy who's got it at the moment, the one that I've got. It's War Elemental / Drain. It's pretty sweet. Or is that supplementary damage? I don't know. This is pretty quick. We might be able to kill him. Hey Danny! Anything looking forward on Gamescom? I don't even know what would possibly be there, to be honest. I pay absolutely no attention to anything in the gaming cycle anymore. Haven't done for a long time. Gong is like the worst name for it, man. There could be the Silksong DLC, yeah, I suppose. I wouldn't particularly care though, I didn't have fun with Silksong, so I think for me that doesn't matter. I don't care about Monster Hunter DLC, not interested. Me? What do you mean? Oh, the fucking... It's a nice name. I know that game's like a million miles away still, but man, I am pumped for that thing to come out. I genuinely don't even know. I'm trying to think about what would be potentially a Gamescom that I would be interested in, and I just don't know. Maybe if they announced a new XCOM game? But even then, like, I've got very low expectations for that because the previous lead dev left and Chimera Squad was kind of meh. Me again? What do you mean? Deadlock public beta. You know, I've been in the private beta for that this entire time and I've not played it once. Same. Did you get in the same way that I got into it? One of your friends was mildly interested into it, so applied for it. Actually got in, and then, like, I think friends could invite, like, a few friends in. They invited me, and then I just never launched it because they never said to play it with them. I don't know if they've even played it. But Mace, the artificial scarcity, to make it more appealing than it actually is. Yeah, I have no interest in it either. I might have done if I was younger. I'm so fucking done with MOBAs, man. And MOBA adjacent fucking games. An old man now. Witcher 4? Let's hope they don't announce it and they instead take an incredibly long time to develop it and make an actually good game instead of releasing a pile of shit like Cyberpunk again. Eventually isn't quick enough. You would play Bastion, wouldn't you? You're not even coping anymore, Hedgie. You are straight up in psychosis. Gonna be bug free. Oh, that's rude. What's that supposed to mean? Bastion is like the archetypical. This is so fucking annoying to play against character. At least to my knowledge. From when I played the fucking like closed beta ages ago. For 5 matches. Hey Tapas, it's going alright. How are you? How are you? Pretty beefy for the DPS. You can't play squishes, you can't play tank that well either. You don't have the disposition to play tank. Typically D.Va, because she's pretty mobile. She is. She also has a very big damage attack. Assuming they didn't change that. So, unsurprising. Dare I say, predictable. My singular Sappy weapon. First card was a rare. Was it Dracolite though? I don't give a shit about the rest. Where does this go? These two gotta switch. Like that. Any Sappy Insect Glaive. Green. Sappy himself is green. However, I still need a Hardhorn, 2 Hardclaws, and 5 Dragon Shells, so... we ain't done. If you're forced to play healer, you play whoever you can do the best damage with your horrible teammate. How surprising! You? A bad team player, Mace? Never. Yesterday when playing with friends, you did so bad on tank that a stranger on your team asked if you were okay. You said, believe it or not, you're trying. No, that's not how good teammates work, Mace. You're not a good teammate if you're specifically playing one character. That's not... What you're saying is if you're allowed to play Bastion, you're a good Bastion. Bastion's the one guy you're confident at? Nonetheless. That's not how that works. Oh god. Hello, Summers. I mean, I do want the horns and the claws, but I also need more cards, so I'm just gonna try and get the tail. fucking healer need to think about their teammates? Yeah. Arguably, DPS should think about their teammates as well. A bit less. Not really, but DPSs don't know how to think, so they just get away with it. Exactly? No, mate. Don't play these games mindfully because you play nothing mindfully. You're gonna realise at some point, mate, that because I'm bad isn't a very good excuse. Unfortunate. I guess Splatoon like just doesn't have team play. Or something. How did you play that game for so long? Oh yeah, games have voice channels. These crazy ass people that play games and don't immediately go in and turn on voice chat. If it's multiplayer, it's like the first thing I do every time. think you care about being competent. I don't know how you play something without someone to be better at it. I can't do it, man. Everyone's just says it, then just don't play it. Just doing stupid shit with your mildly competent friends is also fun. But don't you want to join them in mild competency to do stupid shit as well? That's what I mean about like wanting to get better. Just not necessarily because you want to like actually be good at it, but because then you can do stupid shit better. Way back in the day. The League of Legends days for me. That was like the best bit about it, is whenever we did something silly. That would harm your brand of stupidity. I don't think you have to worry about that being hurt at all, Base. I think you're safe, buddy. You're like bronze or silver, you're best as a diamond. Please, for the love of God, don't tell me you play ranked in that game. Why are you ranked? Tried, then you got silver, and the wide matching made it impossible. That's good, at least. Poor randos on your team just in-handed losses. You somehow got higher intake. You're good at getting shot at, I guess? Seriously? Didn't get any of the pulsating things, sadly. Relatively close there for you, dude. Shit's not matching up, what do you mean? Also, you get different ranks per role. You don't just get A rank. For Swan, either you or a friend was blunt either by straight up not being allowed to queue for their role, or Wine Mansion, which is essentially a guarantee boss. I mean, if you're in bronze or silver and someone's in diamond, then it's gonna automatically have to Wine Mansion, right? Apparently had gold on DPS, probably by playing 3 times as much. Oh no, we lost Key. Sappy sunk them right out of the lobby. Oh no, don't be sorry at all. It happens, it happens. Thank you for the hunts, I appreciate your help. Enjoy yourself. I'm honestly just glad to see someone manually disconnect for once. Instead of it being a crash. So used to people crashing at this point. They're not quite a one trick, but not playing an appropriate range to meaningfully swap or subvert a counter. The counters exist in that? You apparently played 20 matches that season, then gave up. There are characters that counter others very well. I mean, would we even be near each other a lot of the time, though? They had a tank to deal your Bastion well, your alternative DPS is typically counted by the same unit, yeah. So if they have a tank that's like good against ranged units, then you don't really have a lot of choice necessarily anymore, do you? Less than please when I ask you to swap, because your character is essentially made ill. Swap to a different one with the same issue. They didn't specify. Wait, what do you mean time up? Huh? Is that what that always says? Doesn't that normally say something different? Why didn't he fly away? Normally he flies away. What the shit? Consider me truly shocked at that, Mace. That doesn't normally do that, right? Like, it doesn't normally say time out. I mean, it seemed to react normally. I don't know why it did that. That's super weird. Okay, tail severed, left foreleg is broken, so we need both back legs, right foreleg, and the head. He was carving when he novaed. Yeah, that's a bit of a mean time for him to do that. Overwatch is rock, paper, scissors, yeah. Like, the counters are that hard? To the point where it just becomes, like, useless? Just happen to main 3 rocks. Do you have to use water? I use dragon. Oh, you mean to get to... Oh no, that's pure luck. If you want dual blades, you have to have dual blades equipped when you grab the rewards. But if you want a water dual blade specifically, like, just get lucky, bozo. Sometimes yes, sometimes it's as long as they're not around. Right. That seems weird. I would expect that in something where you weren't, like, in a MOBA laning scenario, that you wouldn't be as hard countered because you weren't forced to be near each other in the same way. Because there's a lot of, like, flanky options and stuff, you know? Isn't that the point in those types of games? But Bastion's not the best flanker because he has no speed. Hunter Monster has joined Insurgent. Amazing. The Hunter Monster? Prime way of getting damage outside of getting hit could be ignored by certain units. That seems a tad unwise. You can bomb. You. The good players advise you to have a pool of characters that's somewhat adaptable. Your fun is more intrinsically bound to who you're playing than other people. Don't really compromise by the character you play your main characters and hard time mode as well. Yeah. I just find it weird that it's so like super hard counters. Like you would have thought in a, at least I would have thought. Even if there's abilities and stuff, like there's definitely going to be some counters and some soft counters here and there, but in my mind, execution would be the most important thing for a hero shooter type game. Rather than it being like, well, you just literally cannot block these attacks, so you die. Tank with a pretty good self-heal versus a support that can inflict anti-heal. Not just healing reduced, but no healing at all. Healing becomes impossible for 5 seconds. And as Steven threads Roadhog because he can't heal anymore. I'm very glad I don't play this game. I've been in games where I've had to play around counters before. But that just seems like, what are you doing against that? There's a sleep dart, which is more effective against a face tank that will take the hit, then a shield tank that can block it and be unscathed. Pretty well against Lana Hope and heal prime targets, so on so far. That's wild to me that they just have like a fuck you no heal rather than like reduced effectiveness. Paladins has reduced heal as a base mechanic. From what I remember of League, there's items you can buy that give you Grievous Wounds, which reduces healing. But I maybe some characters have that as like an innate thing as well on their movesets. I don't know if I can think of anyone who ever had like heals cancelled. Because that's just crazy. Was fast. Yeah, he does it based on damage and if you've done suppressions and stuff as well with like Dragon Element. So if we just did a lot of damage and then got some good suppressions at the right time, he'll just do it again immediately to suck the area again. That's pretty good, but she's squishy and has no get out ban. Isn't she a support? Isn't that a given? Anti-heal the tank, which is good. Sleep shot. Oh, good shot. Sleep dart, DPS coming for a sleep tank, the dart. Sleep dart, the tank can be forced to sleep like 5 to 10 seconds? Provided no one hits the sleepy boy. What the fuck is Overwatch on where you have a character that can do maybe 5 seconds of CC? With one ability? What the shit? I guess this is the game that, if I remember correctly, the meta for a decent chunk of time was literally just play the most boring shit possible because it's the only thing that works against the comp that's the most boring thing possible. So like three tanks and 2 healers or something? Tanks, 3 healers, yeah. But that was the big thing with Overwatch 2, wasn't it? They made it 6 people instead of 5 or so. They put the number of people in the lobby up by 1, so they put the game number up by 1 as well. 5 instead of 6, right? They took away 1? What the fuck is going on? The solution was making Overwatch 2 5v5 and enroll queue, so there's 1 tag. You just can't have fun anymore instead. That's nice. Now they're trying to bring back in 66 again. Blizzard make 1 consistent decision. Impossible. I'm very sad that Blizzard is the company that owns StarCraft. VC6 is open only with a hard tank and 2 caps. The debilitating nature of counters doesn't make Overwatch 2 any more appealing, no. I'm used to League, right? Or I was a long time ago. And a lot of the time, unless you were against someone who was really like good at the character specifically, what I found is that people would be like, "Oh, this character counters this character that I'm playing, right? So I'm going to pick them because they're good against them." But then because you've played that matchup a million times and they've only played it once because they think it's a good counter pick, you just kick the shit out of them because you know all the secrets and stuff. But that's because the counters are like literally just fuck you, you don't get to play the game. I never got good enough at Smite for that to ever be a thing that I even considered. I just played Chong here. And then got yelled at by my friends. There's a Splatoon where you actually apply for, or at least try to. An effort is made. To some degree. I can't play something without like trying to be at least a little bit better at it. Not necessarily going hard on it, but like it just always be occupying my mind to some degree. Like, what can I do better here and stuff. Why did it say fail earlier? I have no idea. Playing gives improvement by nature, yeah. That is true. What quests are people doing? Just intrigued. The Giratodos. Cool. We need the horns broken. It's so weird that it said fail. A wild consistency for you, I guess. This game's fucking weird. I do like it, but it is fucking weird. You don't actively play the counter game unless enemies very annoying. The counter character count is essentially free. It is baffling to me that at a gameplay level, at a development level, that's even like allowed to happen. Like the example you said with D.Va and beam weapons, just being ignored. I'd understand it if like they were less efficiently blocked for whatever reason, to provide like a soft counter. But the fact that it just like straight up doesn't work is insane. Absolute same game too, yeah. Yep. It's kind of funny how quickly that happens twice in quick succession, right? Isn't that basically the same thing with what happened with CSGO as well? They renamed it to CS2 and then changed like functionally nothing, is my understanding. Do you think it had an actual engine change? Oh, really? I love the red that he is. It's such a nice shade of red. Bit random maybe, but it's just what's going through my brain at that moment. He is obsessed with doing that attack. As if to prove my point. No, couldn't do it in time because I was going for the mount. Sorry. Not for the mount, sorry, for the tenderize. Shouldn't have gone for the tenderize. There's no real need to. Does this work against him? I have no idea. No. I know you took aggro, but I didn't know if you could just fling with it as well, but no, you can't, apparently. If you can't snap, you probably can't fling. So... too early. Come on, Hendrik. Yeah, I've got to hit you eventually. Open this fear and hunger subreddit. Inside, there's a whatever the fuck. Dan? Optimus Prime better. Amazing. We need the update. Didn't someone mention that that update's been like in the works for such a stupidly long time? When I was playing it, which was like at the start of the year. How the hell is it still not out? In like 2024? What, are they making a new game? It's a massive update for a solo. It must be a massive update, yeah. Seems like they're doing a massive update not for a solo dev, but a massive update full stop. I don't think I've ever been on his head when he's done that before, that literally wonky. That still blows up even if you stop shooting, eh? Very nice. That was a claw that broke. Johnny just casually on fire. Drained immediately followed by will leave soon sadly means we probably won't win. It'll be the next one, I think. I think the first level is fully drained now, not even just like partially drained, so. Hey. Hopefully that gives me the horn. And then I just get enough of the other bits I need that this isn't a fucking problem anymore. On the win attempt. Oh, it said time's up this time as well. Game could not decide what the fuck it wants to do. For the end screen. That's so weird. Energy in the first level has dried up. There we go. The second level is also dry for some reason, even though it wasn't. Which means the next one should be the win. Functionally guaranteed. Just please, 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 please give me 4 free pulsating dragon shells. The bottom level is a toughie with the energy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot down there. Hello, Big. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, did we both start the siege? I think me and Eugene both started it. Well, Johnny's on mine, so... Dang. It's a max ranker. How do I do this? I never remember this. Is view profile? That's not how you look at the guild card. That's how you look at someone's Steam account. Oh, 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 oh! Them some weapon uses. Jesus. Jesus. Can you join? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Feel free. That's a horrifying character head that you have. Is the limit still pre-fatty gear? For quests in normal, yes. For Safi, no, because fuck this guy. Normally I would say yes as well, but Safi just takes so fucking long. Because it's, like, it doesn't even matter if you have the equipment or not. It's purely just... how long does it take before you drain a level enough to be able to actually kill him? The Star of Peace. Why do I get the feeling they were not using it for peace things? Yeah, this is gonna be a win. Because this level is drained, and he's gonna insta-leave. The second level is drained as well, so he's gonna basically insta-leave that also. Will be free. Sweet mercy. that's inconvenient. I have no idea how you keep up with all this stuff at the same time, Hedgie. It's impressive. Aren't we all? You are if you're here because of Monster Hunter. That's for certain. Except you, of course. Uh-huh. Is that because special isn't enough? Oh, he had one drain on this level? Dude, it's fucked. That works? No, it doesn't. Okay. It buys you some time, I guess, to do extra damage. But no. Ultimately, it does not work. Specialer. Start adding modifiers to it. The specialist. The League fighting game will cease development in December. Oh no! How predictable! How could absolutely everyone have seen this coming? Time to release another 250 USD skin for League, yep. Oh, sleepy time. We have a great sword. That's nice. Hit the chest, Gianni. Hit the chest. Hit the chest. Although you'll have to go for just a... Just the depth? Also fire half the dev team, yep. It's the way. It's the only way to do it. Okay, 2 in the rewards. They fired all of their lore team, right? As well, for League, even. You don't care, less competition for GGST, fair. It was the Safi'jiiva stone thing you first got. A Dracolite? Or something else. Sake. Well, I still need more. Oh, I hate this siege so much. Zionium crystals. Oh, okay. Hey, guess what? I didn't get any. God, I don't like this quest. All I gotta do is get lucky and get 2 of them in the rewards, and then we just don't need to finish the siege. Takes an entire day just to get 1 weapon because it's locked behind this goddamn siege. Also, because how much slower the quest is, I'm only gonna get like 3 master rank. Please do, Gianni. I beg you. They all suck. Safi's weapons, yeah, they're all dog shit until you upgraded them. You have to pop shit tons of Dracolite into them before they're actually worth anything. They all have exactly the same stats. The only thing that's different about them is whatever the initial element and the initial skill that the weapon comes with is. That sucks? Yeah, it's boring as hell. I genuinely really like Safi as a monster. I fucking hate everything about the siege. The siege attacks, the weapons are boring, even if they look interesting. It's so repetitive and grindy. God forbid you want to farm materials like I do here. You can't just do a normal quest, you have to go through the entire siege every time. It's only available every 2 weeks. Every other half of the month, you just screwed, right? Like, it's just... It's kind of just a bit poopy across the board, sadly. If he was just the fight, I think he'd be really cool. All skills you don't need, weapon types you don't use, or Volcana, Divinity, or no, weapons. I mean, you could just switch them out, easy. Just level the weapon type, just get rid of the thing you don't want. The initial skill is irrelevant, you can just switch it. It just takes more Dracolite to do it. I think the quest would be kind of neat if, like, he got to relatively low health and then tried to heal himself, and once the energy was gone, he fled, right? But if you did stuff at correct timing, like flinches and whatnot, and dropping the rocks on him and all of that stuff, that you could essentially stop him from being able to heal and then kill him early. Like, it could be an interesting quest rather than having to be a siege. But, unfortunately. This is what we've got. It is, to be fair, a lot more better if you have a full-ass lobby, which is what it's designed for, but... because you can have 4 group of people on the quest at the same time, and then all of them are draining the energy. That actually stopped him. Okay, no, it just delayed him a bit. Isn't that technically a bad thing, though? Never mind. I was about to say, because he isn't doing the star, he isn't draining energy, but then he just drained energy, so I guess not. Nice. Please. Freaking camera yoink. We could kill it, man. This is very quick. Pose. The left hind leg? Huh? Oh, that was just rude. You don't need to be sorry about missing the flash. I didn't even know you could flash it. Also, intentionally taking the aggro as the range player is so smart. I've never considered it before, but it's so good. Focus on getting my bug there. The right hind bag. Is Pierce, like, coincidental damage causing the fucking legs to break? Because that's ridiculous. Please. What? You slept him! That's fucking hilarious. Mid on his way to flying out to do the fucking thing, he gets put to sleep. Amazing. This is just ridiculous. The abuse. Dude, what a difference it makes to a quest when you have someone who knows what they're doing. That's ridiculous. Well fucking done. Please. I didn't even come one. Oh. Makes sense. What material do I need? The pulsating, whatever it's called, the pulsing? Something or other? Oh, this. And I'm done. Yay! I think did I need 7 or did I need 8? Please tell me I only need 7. I did. I'm free. Yep. Sappy weapons. Blah 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 blah. I'm free. Xeno Jiva tree. Green and green. There's so few things left to do, man. Is there a lot of difference in rewards when you let the energy dry on all 3 levels before a kill? I don't know, because I've never done it. Slash, if I have done it, I haven't paid attention. Okay, well now that hell's done with, thank you. If you just wanted sappy bits, I appreciate your assistance. I'm gonna go do like 2 guiding lab hunts. God, I do not like sieges. It's a shame because both of the siege monster fights are pretty neat. But the sieges themselves are... But... That's not correct. Again. I need to change this, this set. You got every elemental Saphi Greatsword except for Blast, which is the one you needed. Yep. It's draining for sure, no pun intended. I do like the fight. I genuinely do. But unless you wear like really good equipment, like the lovely player we had join us at the end there had, it is tough to get that kill in like less than 3 hunts. Every one of them unwanted Daffy Siege. People don't do it anymore, that's why. But if you want his stuff, you have to do so many of them. Because of the fact that there's so many weapons and you need like so much Dracolite to level it all up and stuff. So if you want to do it, you need to do a ton. But people's interest doesn't stick around that long, right? Especially when it's so repetitive. I also think there's... I don't know if it's a thing in general, but at the very least for me, there's something about farming for, like, nebulous materials rather than specific bits that's so much less satisfying. I think part of it is like not being able to do anything about it to a degree. Like if I'm farming for Raphalos tails, right? For example, I know what I got to do. Cut the Raphalos tail, and if you're in a pre-world game, capture it. There's like a set logic you have to follow, but when it's something like Dracolite, it's just like, do the siege, I guess? Try and get as much reward points as possible, but... Make sure to lock your region, Chone, if you didn't already. Rewards being too tokenized kills your motivation as well, Hans. Yeah, it's a lot of the thing why the anomaly endgame and the wilds, I guess, endgame, final weapon upgrades, however you want to look at it, for those two, falls so flat for me. Where it's just, you know, go grind generic material. Or in Wild's case, even worse, tickets. DU fucking flashbacks. Not the tickets. Oh. This go well for us. Yay! Needlessly difficult. You want something like Road in Frontier for an endgame farming system? Yeah. I would. The thing for me at this point where I'm like sadly just so disillusioned with Monster Hunter and the new games now where I'm like, man, they just fuck it up though. It's something like Road for a post-game type thing. It's great because, like you say, there's variety, right? You get to fight things as you go along. And if they were smart about it, you get a lot of variety as you go along as well. Because you can have your Tempereds and your Arc Tempereds and all that bollocks chucked in there as well. One of the bits where I think Frontier Road fails, at least in my mind, is you get way too quick to like every other quest is a zenith, right? It's basically already happening by 12, I think. Hello, hello. How are you? Sniper Elite 5. D&D, someone cancelled again. That's, what you're experiencing right now is the D&D lifestyle. Someone has cancelled again. It's D&D. You're doing it. You're D&Ding. You might not like it, but this is what D&D looks like. I mean, like, yeah, playing, we do that once in a blue moon, but mostly it's just waiting for the cancellation news every Monday. Maybe you'd be less annoyed if it wasn't the same person every time. That becomes a bit of a thing, yeah. Where if it's too consistent, it's like, hey. You know, whoever your DM is needs to maybe have a talk and be like, yo, are you sure you actually want to be here? Because... Yep. This is sadly also a universal truth. I wish it wasn't, but it is. We had a good chunk of time where we found out for, I think, about 4 or 5 weeks in a row, either like 10 minutes before session started or when we were sitting there waiting for the last person to arrive in the session, that the person wasn't going to make it, and then we're all just like, well, we're not playing today. Just sitting in the call like, yeah, we're not going to play. Lobby's getting busy all of a sudden. It's sappy. All the peeps who are like, oh my god, someone's actually doing sappy, come out of nowhere. They're always polite about it. And so a lot of the time it's out of their control, yeah. But it becomes the thing of like, and this is like, because I have to run the game, right? It's not a matter of if you want to, and if it's not something like you don't want these occurrences to happen necessarily. But it's also, if this is consistently happening, maybe you can't play. It doesn't matter if you want to, you just can't, right? Like, if something comes up every time, Because like you say, that's the thing, right? It's not just one person that's affected by it. However many players you have are setting that cider time every week when they could have planned to do something else. How many players do you have, Hollow? So, not including whoever's running the game. Fairness, they have offered to let us start without them. She enters later. Bugs you, try and fit her in the best you can, and nothing works yet. You're 5 in total, 4 players and 1 DM. It's a good group size. It's the, I would say the ideal group size. It's also the type of size where I think you, like, if you guys wanted to, right? Can play with one person missing. Right? Because ultimately it's the thing. If you do end up doing it long term, right? Like life happens. People go on holiday, they have like partners or kids or somebody gets sick, they get sick. Just your DM, there's not much you can do about it, but... But if they said start and then enter later, that works, you know. Not necessarily something to do in your game or in your friend's game, but what we do is we treat characters who aren't there like they're voided. They never have existed. They never will exist. And when they come back, that they always have been there. They never were ever not there. That's understandable. You don't understand why you can make time for an in-person group 4 days before the weekend, then plan something 3 weeks and it gets cancelled the day of. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think it's one of those things as well where especially if the person is just the player as such, but like DM's probably putting a lot of effort in to try and make this work, especially if they've never done it before. Like, It's kind of a bit disrespectful as well. Because, you know, they're not just making a character sheet and then turn it up. They're... however they're doing it. Reading a module, making stuff, writing stuff down, making maps. Finding maps, finding tokens, characters, planning encounters. Trying to have some degree of knowledge on the world and all that stuff. What they understand and they're doing. It's a lot of work, right? At this point, the DM's putting reading off of the prep for the day off because he doesn't want to do this at the same time. So yeah, honestly fair. Offering to let you guys start and then they'll just join in when they can is about probably like the best they can do though, right? That's really good on that person's part. Instead of being annoying about it. Hopefully you can finally work out something for next weekend. Yeah. That was your rant of the day. I always try and look at it like bonus time. If the session gets cancelled, you've just got extra time this week that you didn't know you were going to have. And that's just nice, right? It's a bit poopy you don't get to do the thing that you wanted to do, but fuck yeah, I've got like 3 extra free hours now. However long you play for. Need more modern, semi-modern D&D. It's always fantasy slot. I mean, that's not D&D, Hedgie. What you want is a different TTRPG. It's not always fantasy slop. It's fantasy because it's D&D. Which one is it? I don't know. Call of Cthulhu, I think, is a little bit more modern. I don't know all the TTRPGs. There's shit tons of them. Vampire the Masquerade is set in modern day, but with werewolves and vampires, I think. Asking D&D to not be fantasy is like asking a Minecraft modder why it's so blocky, you know? You're not working with the right tools. You're really just like obsessed with Black Lagoon at the moment, eh? You think you might have a wee bit of a fixation, Hedgie. The autism. It's the autism. Good shit. Looking at Sathi itself, it's a good fight, and you like it. The grindy system is ass. They essentially force you to multi, same with Call of Behemoth, but you don't personally care because you don't want to do more than one kill, yeah. It's just like a shame. Because it's one of those things where it's like, when it was new and like fresh and stuff, sure, it was great, right? But now, it's just kind of a bit annoying. How's the world? It's been going good. It's about to be shut down. We did Safi. So I've got a Safi weapon, and I've upgraded my Xeno weapon. So all I need to do at this point is Guiding Lands, nope, Master Rank 100, Guiding Lands, and Master Rank 100, Guiding Lands, and Guiding Lands and Master Rank 100. And I'm done. Oh, these two are also Master Rank 100 and Guiding Lands. And Fatalis, and also Fatalis. He does exist, yeah. That is going to be me. Done with World for today. If you want more World from me specifically, I will be back tomorrow. You can see when on that linky link there. Otherwise, I am going to take a quick break. Probably going to be about 10 minutes or so. And then I will be back with some SMT 5. Be back in just a moment.